Okay, let's get things figured out a little bit here for this little one. She needs to be haltered, and I would prefer her over this way where it's less messy. So I'm going to send her with a little energy, not a lot. That's good there. Good. Nope, don't go back there. It's muddy. She's been spending a lot of time over there. Now, luckily, I said the same word. Luckily, we've become pretty good friends. As noted in other videos, I've been trying to spend a bit of time with her every day. A lot. So, I know, we'll go to the other side if you want. And so I'm hoping that it's going to translate in time to me being really consistent about hanging around, and her being very, very used to how much I'm going to bug her on a daily level. This thing is a little actually too scratchy. I'm glad I can reach her, but it's too much, so I'm just going to flip it over and use the softer side, a side that doesn't have any tines on it, and just be able to rub. I don't want her to leave. I'm going to come over here and block. So you got to stick around. If you're going to go anywhere, go the other way and continue. I need to be able to be on both sides of her body. You see, I tried to get the rake on the other side. See how worried she gets? But I need to be on both sides of her body, so I'm just going to keep practicing that right now. As I think through when I'm putting a halter on, generally on both sides of the body. I'll come back over here, a little rubbing. I don't want her to leave. She's taking a lot of comfort out of being around other horses, and that's where all the other horses are. Now you have to be kind of cautious when doing this, because they'll maybe want to come towards you when you sort of climb up over the other side of their back like this, and it gets them a little worried. So I'm going to do a little bit more because she's sort of sticking with me, and that's fantastic. She's kind of crunchy on her belly. So there's a little bit too scratchy. I'll flip the rake back over. She's a sensitive sort, but she's pretty crunchy under here, so we want to give this a bit of a cleaning if we can help it. And come back to the other side. I'm going to give her a break in a second here, because it's a lot to think about for her. Around the belly area, say don't leave. Go back the other way and just provide a little pressure on the side of her head. I'm actually pushing a little there, and say go back the other way. Go the other way. Okay? Go that way. So I'm actually doing a little bit of drive there. Now I think it's coming along quite nice, so I'm just going to place that on the ground, and I'm going to see if she'll tolerate my hand with the rope in it. And we've had a lot of practice, a lot of little practice, plenty of times of practice, probably the best way to put it. And of touching. Okay, that's good. Let's take a break. Nope, don't go this way. Now what I don't want to do, what I'm not interested in doing, is the age-old idea of gotta move her feet. I don't want to move her feet at all. I want her feet to stay as long as I've got her where I want her. So we don't want to think about moving feet. We want to think about staying feet. And staying with us feet. Feet that stick with us. Feet that go where our feet go. That's what we want to think about. She hasn't really taken a pause in her thinking. And as she moves her head around, I'm just going to continue to sort of keep myself in both eyes if I can. And Sometimes when they take a little long to come down, there we go, that's actually quite nice. I'm glad she came towards me. So I'm going to take my rope hand again and place that on her nose, just light. I'm going to have her head come this way a little and turn a little. There we go. Because when I go to halter her, I want her to turn her head in. I want that to be a reflex, to turn her head inwards rather than out. Plenty of horses, you go to halter them and they're looking to avoid. So I want to draw a little touch here or there. She's a little worried under her chin, so I won't bug her too much. You see how she puts her head, keeps me in that eye? I want her to switch eyes. So I'm going to ask for that. And I won't settle for anything less. Keep your head over there. There you go. And then I'll just step back a second and have a little think. She switched again. So I'll continue to request her right eye. You goofball. You're such a cutie though, aren't you? Who's a good horse today? Okay. So more hand with more rope. That's good. And I'm continuing to come over this side because this is where I've got to tie it. But I could also switch my hands out like that and then come over here and give a little scratch on the other side and then back up. Now we're getting real close. I think that I could probably get something around her and we'll keep control of our halter. Keeping control of your halter is really quite important. Now I'm going to need to be able to come under her chin and I'm going to need to be able to come up over top. And that's where she'll get a little more worried too. And we'll continue to block this direction. Okay, let's try again. I have to prep her for all the touching that I want to do. Ask her nose over. That's pretty good. She says, I'm having a hard time handling that. So we reset. Like that. There. That's nice. She got really soft in my... Hello, little one. Yes. You're very lovely. She got really soft in my left hand, drawing her face over. So we're going to try again. She already knows, which is good. See, it's a little bit more, but she's still sort of bent. Oh, there we go. That's a bit better. We want that. We'll come over and we'll just rub nicely. And I'm blocking a little with my hand, but it's very little pressure. It's just light. We want to come over to the other side and be a little careless here as well. Rub and touch. Okay, and we want to be able to come under and around the other side. Like that. Keep her that way. And we'll come over to the right hand side of her body. And these are just mental games, I guess we play. Keep her that way. She can get some good practice switching 100%. Her escape route must be that way. It's never going to be this way if I can help it. I know, you're a big sweetie. I won't push you away this time. Okay, so she's gone the wrong way. I have to correct that. She'd like to leave. I'd like her to stay. So I'm going to ask for a draw. Now I'm going to come under the chin, under the neck, under the chin, under the neck, over the top. Under the neck, under the chin, under the neck, over the top. And ask her to stay that way. Nope, don't switch. Don't switch. You're fine. Back, please. Thanks. And a lot of my action is done with the rope in my hand. I think we're pretty good. I think I might give this a go. I don't want her to go too far, so when I come over here, I can steady her a little bit. I think about that. And now I'm going to grab a little under there. So now I've got the other side under. It's a different thing for her. And now I can grab my rope and have it prepared Now this is going to be a touchy part, but I think we can do it. Okay. All right, I've got the neck. I'm gonna draw. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, let's see if we can get this on your face. I think you're going to be compliant. So we'll just be patient. Goodness. All right. That's loose. It's nice and loose. Now I'm definitely not going to claim that I've got her figured out for haltering. She has obviously been haltered and she has been led. Let's come back up towards the camera now. We could practice a little bit more. Okay, so now I'm beside her. I'm really beside her. I'd like to come under. She's got a rope on. Now I've got a connection with her. This is in my opinion, this is my connection with her. I'd like to maintain this responsibly. When I need to mess with my rope, I might do it away from her. I might say, you don't need to worry. It's on the other side of my body. We're going to touch some ears now. We've got her on the rope. Caught you now, sucker. You can't leave me if you want to. It's a cheat. Come on. Good girl. You must have good timing. Yes, you're a very big sweetie. Okay, we're going to take it off slowly. It's off. Good. Okay, let's practice again. She's had some practice in her life. This is not go around, we touch. See, she's nervous. We tell her it's okay. And come up gently. We don't flick that rope over top of their head. It's disrespectful, it's unkind. And in a horse like this, it would get them pretty jittery. I think that even if you can do it, I would never do it. I still think it's unkind. So don't do it. And off. Good. Okay, let's see if she draws. She does. Good girl. Let's try again. I know, but this is what we do. We'll come up, over. Now my rope is my halter is a little bit of a cheater halter. It's got a knot on one side of it that allows me to just sort of loop it. So she's had a little halter training, which is fantastic. I'd like her to draw. It's light. You see my hand just slips through. It's more of a draw than a pull. Okay, good. Let's take it off. Will she draw or she leave? She'll draw. Good. Good. Come around. Up. Over the nose. Through here. I'm going to tie it properly this time. So, around the nose. There. She's very still for this. It's fantastic. Okay. I don't know why she wasn't halter trained before she got here. This just is, I'm not sure if I'm surprised or just, well, this is how it goes. Okay, we're gonna do a little walk around. I hope she comes with me. Real gentle. My hands are loose on this. Don't pull. Just expect her to come along. And if she wants to make a little space from me while we cruise around, I'm okay with that. If she wants to get a little closer, I'm okay with that. In here, if she sort of pulls her head up and says, I don't want to go in there with you, then I've got a rubber arm. That's what I try to tell people. So I'm not going to pull, but I'm going to be persistent. I'm going to ask quite a bit. Come on. She says no. There. Say, come on. Good. Say, let's go up to the top. We've got something to do. We're very busy. So I want her feet to come with me. She needs to follow a little bit more. We'll draw a little more. This is light, it's 3 pounds. We wait, because we're not in a rush. I'll hold, oh, there we go. Good girl. I know, you really had to come into that one, didn't you? It's a big deal, isn't it? I know, you have a big sigh for me, would you? Nope, don't switch eyes. So now I want to lead on the other side because we got to do things on both sides. She is a big sweetie. Okay, so this is going to be hard because likely she's only been led on one side. So today this might be a little new. So I might rub her. I might say, you know, me being on this side is a lovely thing. And I might rub her a bit much. So she'll kind of be driven away from it. But who knows, she might just love it, lean right into it. But if she gets driven away, then I'm okay with that too. Good girl. Okay, let's travel. But I don't want you switching. No, other eye. Okay, come. Good. That's good. And I'll make a right-hand turn here. Mr. Wild's looking over like, I've been there. I've done that. Okay, this is going to be weird. I picked up a thing. I'm just going to wait. Just let that slide through your hand. You don't hold tight. You don't have to pull. We don't have to have an argument. I'm just going to chuck that over there. It's in the way. Let's bring her on. Oh, it's a shake. When you're getting started with, or at least in my opinion, when you're getting started with this stuff, oops, I slid a little. It's really important, in my opinion, that we're not really pulling. I'd like her to match up as best as possible. She'd like to stay in there maybe. I don't know. I don't know why she doesn't come out so easy. So I let it slide. She can pull a little. There we go. There, just gentle. And I'll give you an example of how I'm holding this halter because we're so far away. My rubber arm. But my hand is like this. She's a little worried. So I can pinch here and here with the rope or just let it go. And that's as much as, I might lock a little like that. You've done really well. I'll come to you now. She says, I'm kind of worried. I'd like to leave. So I'm going to have a little draw. I might just 2 fingers. Good release and good time. I know. This comes off smooth, quiet. In time, I'll teach her to put her head down to come off. Draw. Sort of a draw, isn't it? It's sort of a cheap draw. What'd you get jittery about? You okay? What's the matter? You got a little worried there. I'm not flicking the rope at you. We'll work on that too. I know. She's real tight and crunchy up here. I know. Okay, so because she's sort of evading a little, I want to do a little bit more. Because I don't want to leave her there. So another thing I'm adding into the mix is I'm sort of placing a bit of weight on top of her neck with my arm. And then over the nose, gently lift up and over. And this time we'll just lightly knot it or clip it, or lock it, whatever. Draw, see, she doesn't draw. There, that's good. Okay, we'll come out of that. Down always, away. She might draw upwards with us. Let's come over this side, or she might leave. Let's see. She's out. Nope. Yeah. And that'd be all right. I'd call that highly successful. Just have to go have a bite to eat. So there's the beginning of her halter training. She's obviously had some halter training, but oddly arrived with a halter that had been on for quite some time. And I wouldn't say I put a lot of time into just doing this. But I think I could catch her if I were to let her free. So I'm going to do this a few more times, and we might get a bit of video of her in the arena, because I think I could catch her again. So that's it for now. Hopefully that's been interesting. Any questions, let me know. She's turning out into an amazing little horse. Quite happy with how it's going.